2017 was indeed a ride. It's had an equal share of its ups and downs, highs and lows. And the best way to say goodbye to 2017 would be learning from the mistakes you've made and being grateful for all the good times. So hello 2018, let's kick ass. Hey guys, it's me Larissa, welcome to my channel. So today's video is supposed to be a motivational video. So before we begin, I want you to ask yourself 3 questions right now. First, career-wise, do you think you're in a better place than 2017? Do you think you've moved closer to your goals? Mentally, judge people less. Do you think you're more open-minded? You have lesser problems than 2017? And do you take ownership of all the mistakes you do? Fitness. Do you feel fitter than 2017? If your answer to all these questions is a yes, then you, my friend, are doing really well in life. But if your answer to even one of these questions is a no, then you, my friend, need to keep watching. So I've categorized all the things you need to do in 2018 into 10 different categories. So let's begin with the first one, that's having a positive attitude. Having a positive attitude is the most important thing in life, and that should be something that should top your priority list. The moment you bring in negativity is when your life starts to fall apart. For that, you need to surround yourself with positive people. People who love you, people who lift you up, and people who don't criticize you all the time. Remember that you are who you are because of the people around you and the people who surround you. And even if you have positive people around you yourself need to be positive. I mean, we all make mistakes, and even if you make mistakes, you're not supposed to beat yourself up, and forgive yourself always. Have no regrets whatsoever. We are all humans, we all make mistakes. One thing what we could do with our mistakes is learn from them. That's the best thing you could do. Now, the second important thing is to respect everybody's opinion. Now, we are all made differently, we all function differently, we think differently, we live differently, and that is why we need to respect people. We need to respect their opinions most of all. What I mean by this is never judge a person with what they do, with what they have to say, because everybody's opinion is different. For example, my YouTube comment section, I don't usually get a lot of hate, touch wood, but when I do, people are usually shoving their opinions in my face, and that's what I don't like. I mean, you have a different opinion towards life and you live differently, so that's alright. You need to respect my decisions and my take on life. So that's that. You don't judge anybody and you don't get judged. Live and let live. The third is setting goals and accomplishing them. Now, since we're in the first month of the new year, make sure you set some goals and also accomplish them. Setting goals always helps us to work harder in life. Make sure you have your set of goals for this year and also accomplish them by the end of November, because December is a Friday. You could either set goals for each month or a group of goals that you could complete for the year. But when it's goals, you need to work hard. So the drill is plan, work, and accomplish. We all tend to just plan and wait for the accomplishment. That doesn't happen if you're not working towards it. Most of the times we blame our time, we blame our schedule because we cannot complete most of the things. But the truth is that you don't get up and you don't do it. I've been there and I've done it as well. So sit down, make a plan today and get set to complete your goal. Number 4 is new experiences. So this year, make it a point that you experience new things in life and you don't live the same life like you live every year. Do something exciting that you think you'd never ever do. Maybe you could randomly book a plane ticket or a train ticket or a bus ticket to some spot and then plan your trip. I know it sounds crazy and we all have our limitations, but believe me, when you do something crazy and something you think you'd never do, you really discover your capabilities and yourself. Just like you, I have my limitations as well. My life might look really perfect on the internet, but believe me, I save, I have a budget for my trips as well. When you really want to do something, you need to put in all sorts of energy, positivity, and good vibes to make that happen. So yes, this year, put that on your list. New experiences, do something that you'd never do. Something we're all very scared of getting out of, our comfort zone. For the longest time, I did not get out of my comfort zone, but if I wouldn't have, I wouldn't be here today, wherever I am. And I'm glad I did. So please do not limit yourself. You're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities if you do. Explore yourself. We are all born with great talents. You just need to know what yours is. It could be music, it could be art, it could be YouTube, it could be anything. So do not hide that talent that you have. Now, I cannot thank my friends enough for making me realize how important this sixth point is in our lives. That's learning to say no. It's definitely life-changing. My life has changed tremendously after I've learned how to say no. Remember, doing what you feel like is how you do it. Now, your words should always match your actions. You cannot please everyone. Now, for example, if you are invited to a party or you're invited to meet a couple of friends and you simply don't feel like going, then you don't go. You say you don't want to go, or you just say that you don't feel like it. What you're doing here is you're saving time, and plus you're saving the awkwardness later on. Incorporate this in your life and it's going to take a 180-degree flip, I promise. Now this one carries so much importance: relationships. Now, most of us don't understand the importance of relationships in our lives. Just like what I said in my first point, having positive people around you. Now, having positive relationships is what matters. The moment you realize you have people who do no good to you, get rid of them. Now, it's not so simple to get rid of certain people in our lives. Now, for example, unfortunately, some of us have issues with our parents and with our closed ones, and you cannot actually get rid of them. So what you could do is fix that relationship, and the only way to fix a relationship is communication. Conveying what we feel like is the most important thing, and the people who love you will eventually understand. They won't understand at that very moment, but eventually they will. Prioritize the people who really matter to you, especially your family and your close ones. Now, everyone's opinion towards life is different, but I believe that family is so much more important than work. Now, just because we've had a really bad experience in our past, we tend to lose hope in certain relationships, and that's the biggest mistake we all make in our lives. There are so many of us who hate being codependent on another human just because of a bad experience. We tend to put our guards up. We do not trust people anymore. Do not lose hope in relationships, in love. Love is a strong bond that brings us all together. And I know I've mentioned this before in my first point, that's positivity. But let me put this here again. Your relationship with someone is a reflection of who you are. So you know the drill. Let go of people who criticize you all the time. Not who criticize you sometimes and also motivate you, but who criticize you all the time, who put you down no matter how good you are, and those people who don't believe in you when you share your plans with them. Now let's move on to work, or the things you spend 70 to 80% of your life in. Now, waking up on a Monday and rejoicing is something that's quite impossible for the majority of us. That only happens if you hate your job, or because you're so bored of your work that you don't want to go to office, you don't want to go to work. 30% of us work hard and get the jobs of our dreams and still hate it because it's not the job that you hate, it's the monotony of the job. One advice that I could give you right now is following your passion and doing what you love, blah, blah, blah. But it's not so easy. I know it's not so easy for you to just leave your job and to run after your passion. So the advice that I could give you is learn to love your job. Change your attitude, and that could change the things around you and make your work so much more enjoyable. Now let me give you an excellent example. Like, if you have a 9-to-5 job and if you take a vacation, you're taking a vacation for real. But when I take a vacation, when I make a trip or when I travel, it's not a vacation for me. You need to understand that even when I'm traveling, I'm always working. I'm always taking pictures and I'm always taking video footage. I obviously love doing that, and that's my job. I love my job. In fact, if I wouldn't, then I would be really upset. That's how I think, and I bet that's how most of the influencers think. So if you think somebody else's job is much more enjoyable than yours, then you're wrong. It's how you perceive things. One thing that we tend to ignore in our lives is our health. Now, just like a stitch in time saves 9, you need to work on your body, you need to get fit, and you need to stay healthy to live a better life and to live a longer life. Health is not following a 1 or a 2 month or a 3 month diet plan or a 3 month workout plan. It's a complete lifestyle change. It's feeding your body the energy that it needs. You need to work out for at least half an hour every day. Your body goes through so much during the day, mentally, physically, emotionally. You need to give it that fuel. So having a diet plan, a healthy diet plan, and a workout plan is a must for your body. Remember that your body is a temple and you're going to live in it for the rest of your life. So make working out and exercise a lifestyle and not a 2-month or a 3-month plan. Watch what you eat, stay healthy, and your body is going to thank you later. Now, I cannot emphasize on how important this last point is. It's being happy. Happiness is so underrated. If you're on my Instagram and you go through my feed, you see most of the pictures where I'm like all happy and excited. In my pictures, I have the hashtag fun days only, and that's there for a reason. It means you need to eliminate all the bad things in your life and you need to only have fun days in your life. And when I say fun, it doesn't mean like no work, getting drunk or something of those sorts, but fun means being happy in life and taking life positively. We tend to do things that are only convenient to us. We do not go out of the way and do things that make us happy. And most of the times we become so ignorant about happiness in general. We tend to do things that make others happy. We tend to please others. We do not think about what makes us happy, and that way we are putting our own happiness at stake. It's actually the smallest things that make us happy. It could be traveling, it could be music, it could be art, it could be anything. For some of us, even working makes us happy. But make sure that work doesn't become an addiction and doesn't take over your life. So with all these 9 things in mind, make sure you're happy and you're living a happy life. Do not sacrifice your happiness for the society, because that's the worst thing you could do to yourself. Do what you feel like, stay healthy, stay blessed, and at the same time also keep the right people in your life. So guys, I hope this video has motivated you in some way or the other. It's inspired you somehow, and even if it's a little bit, my job is done. Thank you so much for watching this video. It means a lot. If you like it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Leave your comments below and tell me what you would do to make your 2018 an amazing one. Also, let me know which point hit you really hard. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.